What happened to Mary after the death of Jesus? Where did she spend her final days? Where was she buried? Did Mary have an actual tomb, a place we can believe as true? Some traditions say she was taken to Ephesus with the Apostle John, while others say she remained here in Jerusalem. We know she was present at Pentecost, when the apostles spoke in tongues and received the Holy Spirit. Both the Dormition and the Assumption are possible understandings of her passing. There is the Abbey of the Dormition, which holds an image and a place believed to be where Mary's body rested. For centuries, this Greek Orthodox site has been a place of pilgrimage. It is located near the Kidron Valley, also called the Valley of Jehoshaphat, long associated with the Final Judgment. Ancient traditions in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam speak of this place as where the first to be buried will be the first judged and the first to enter heaven. Nearby stands the Lion's Gate, also known as St. Stephen's Gate, named for the first Christian martyr. Acts of the Apostles describe Stephen as one of the 7 early deacons condemned for blasphemy, executed by a group including Saul of Tarsus, who had not yet become the Apostle Paul. Imagine Stephen, cornered and persecuted, with the future Apostle Paul among his executioners. Stephen's courage reminds us of all martyrs who gave their lives for Jesus' message. This includes James, called the brother of Jesus, Peter, martyred in Rome, and even Paul, later martyred there.
Interestingly, John the Apostle did not become a martyr. Tradition holds that he traveled to Ephesus, and many believe he brought Mary with him. She may have lived in the small house later identified there, before being assumed into heaven. Many traditions intertwine, and today we explore them all. Symbolically, Mary's tomb was placed near the Garden of Gethsemane, at the foot of the Mount of Olives, where the Gospels tell us Jesus prayed before his arrest. The Franciscan Fathers cared for her tomb in the 11th century, now maintained by the Greek Orthodox Church, who preserve a site known as the Grotto of Gethsemane. According to this tradition, it is exactly the place described in Luke 22:39, where Jesus prayed, "Father, if you are willing, take this cup from me. Yet not my will, but yours be done."
Fragments of manuscripts by Hippolytus of Thebes, a 7th century Byzantine author, suggest Jesus died in 30 AD, and Mary lived for another 11 years, passing away in 41 AD. After the Ascension, she continued living in Jerusalem in a house purchased by John. Free from original sin, she was spared the suffering of death, passing peacefully. The Eastern churches call this the Dormition of the Theotokos, the Mother of God. Tradition tells that the apostles, except Thomas, were miraculously transported to her side to conduct her burial. On the 3rd day, when her tomb was opened for veneration, her body was not found. Mary had been taken up, body and soul, into heaven. Why is Mary's ascent called the Assumption, while Jesus's is called the Ascension? The early Christians understood that Jesus ascended by his own divine power, while Mary was taken up, assumed, into heaven. After Mary's death on Mount Zion, her body was believed to be brought to the Valley of Josaphat, beneath Jerusalem's walls, a place where many Jews hoped to be buried. This tradition, upheld by the Eastern Orthodox Church, guides us to what may be the actual site where Mary spent her final days. The tomb is administered by the Armenian Apostolic Church and the Greek Orthodox Patriarchate of Jerusalem, providing insight into early Christian history.
Armenia was the first nation to adopt Christianity, converted by St. Gregory the Illuminator. From the 6th century, the Greek Orthodox Patriarchate became responsible for many Christian holy sites, especially when Muslims controlled the city. Conflicting traditions trace the devotion to Saint Helena, mother of Emperor Constantine,
or to the 5th century under Emperor Marcian, when an octagonal church was built over the tomb. It was destroyed by Persian invaders, rebuilt by the Crusaders, and again destroyed in 1187 by Saladin. Today, remnants such as the Grand Staircase remain, marking centuries of history and devotion. The Abbey of the Dormition has recently been restored, revealing stunning mosaics filled with symbolism. Symbols of creation, zodiac signs, apostles, and references to the Old Testament, particularly Proverbs, grace the floors and walls. Mary is depicted teaching the young Jesus, in line with Jewish tradition. The mosaics remind us that Jesus likely had a skin tone and features reflective of his Middle Eastern heritage.
Other mosaics connect Jesus to King David through Mary and highlight prophecies of Isaiah, foretelling the birth of Emmanuel, God with us. Several chapels honor saints such as Saint Willibald, Saint Joseph, and many others, enriching the spiritual atmosphere. The Dormition teaches us the beauty of peaceful passing, Mary's final moments before her Assumption. It is the belief that she passed from this world without suffering, taken into heaven in body and soul. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life and final days of Mary, the Mother of Jesus. Her story reminds us of faith, hope, and God's eternal love.
If this video touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Jesus Lives, to continue exploring inspiring stories of our faith. Click the notification bell so you never miss a new devotion or reflection. May Mary's guidance and Jesus' love always be with you.